Hello, stream. Oh my god. We're going to be doing a little cover work tonight. And I, for the first time ever, am going to be watching Critical Role in the background. Never seen it before. So enjoy. What is this?
Hello, everyone. And welcome to tonight's episode of Critical Role, where a bunch of us nerdy-ass voice actors sit around and play the first game of our new campaign in Dungeons & Dragons. Super excited to be back. I've missed this a lot. I missed this. Oh, you guys will be fine. So yes, glad you guys can join us. Apparently, it's some crazy numbers.
Welcome new viewers.
So welcome new viewers.
Welcome first-timers.
Hope you enjoy your stay. So without further ado, let's get this going so we can get through our announcements. Since it is our first episode of the year of the campaign, I want to make sure that we get our announcements out of the way. We got some cool stuff to talk about. First and foremost, we have two sponsors tonight.
That's right.
Our first sponsor, and we're going into kind of for a time a cool partnership with the folks at D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yes.
they've been really awesome, and we've been talking and. Anybody who hasn't seen it, it's an online digital tool where you can create your own D&D character. They have options to purchase any of the current D&D books out there and carry over any of the character options and racial options over into it, so you can basically use it as a tool. We'll be using it to
what's
help
up,
us out
Clooney
in
man?
the game as we go, because it's actually got some pretty cool stuff. So excited about that. It is DND Beyond, by the way, .com if you haven't seen it. Not the ampersand, it's DND.
As in...
Yeah. But yeah, so they're going to be a long-term partner for the show. So they're working with us through the start of this campaign. We're super excited to be with them. But yeah, so we're excited. You can currently activate, it should be now, some Critical Role content on there.
We're listening to Critical Role.
Blood Hunter class that I created a couple years ago and kind of refining should be available for you guys to find on the D&D Beyond, which I'm excited about. And there's a one-time discount of $10 off any digital book in the dndbeyond.com marketplace if you use the code word beginnings. Going in there right now. So yeah, get a chance to check it out. So I'm super excited to have that, guys. So you apply that code at checkout to make it happen. So in case you're confused and trying to get it to work, there's a bunch of stuff to explore on there and a bunch of cool ways to incorporate the existing breadth of D&D lore and options in there. And now you'll have some of our stuff in there as well, and hopefully more Critical Role content and Tal'Dorei content and Exandria content down the road to also be available on there as we go. So super excited about it.
Well, hello, Megan.
Thank you guys at D&D Beyond for being awesome. We also have our second sponsor, Sam, if you want to take it away.
I'm our second sponsor.
Thanks, Sam.
Welcome new viewers. Every week or many weeks, I am charged with writing the ad for the sponsor of that week. I did this one way back in mid-December, so it'll feel a little stale. Sorry, I didn't have time to write a new one. Apologies to our sponsor. But our second sponsor tonight is Backblaze. Backblaze. They offer unlimited cloud backup for Macs and PCs. You can restore from the web or via hard drive. They'll even overnight FedEx a drive to you. And because it's Christmas season, I wrote this. 'Twas the night before Christmas when I clicked on my mouse, but the drive wasn't whirring. It had said adios.
Yes, Critical Role
When up
TK
from
livery.
the crowd, there arose such a sight. I knew in a flash that my shit was all right. As I spat out my
Meg,
plate
if you're
of
on
cold
chapter 4,
chicken
you're almost
Kiev,
at the end.
Down my chimney came a weird little elf named Lev. I said, whoa, 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 how'd you get in my place? Lev gave me a wink and punched me in the face. And suddenly he fired up a pipe and started to restore my computer from a backup he carted. My documents like slash fiction from My Little Pony. My photos like me naked covered in baloney. He mumbled that you can get backed up at once for a merry little fee of $5 a month. You even get 15 days free if you scroll over to backblaze.com/criticalrole. And just like that, my computer was on. Lev greased up his body and bam, he was gone. But I heard him exclaim, "Peace out, yo, what's up? Happy Backblaze to all. Don't forget to back up." I'll write another one for Easter, I promise.
Thank you, Sam.
Sure.
Oh my God. So thank you, Backblaze. Happy to have you for sponsor tonight as well. Also, as a heads up, we've had our friends at Wormwood for a while have been awesome in providing Wormwood dice boxes and dice trays and dice towers to give away to people in the community. They have new boxes for all the players of the new campaign. And they have been working on something for a while for us to kick off the new campaign. They made us a new table. If we can go to a camera view of this table they made for the campaign. It's made out of English brown oak. The center Critical Role inlay is made of ash burl as the background, and then rosewood for the D20 outline. Wenge for the Critical Role words themselves, and silver stringing around the border. It was built by hand in their Massachusetts office and workshop, and it was hand-rubbed oil and a wax finish. Over 100 hours were put into this table. They did an incredible job, and we're super honored to have that here. And thank you guys for showing such an awesome appreciation for what we do and helping make us a better table.
Nice.
It's really I have a cubby.
We have coffee.
Yeah, it smells like wood in the studio. Like fresh wood.
And when we get canceled, this is going to be a great dining room table.
Is this true? Thank you guys, Wormwood. If you aren't familiar with any other stuff, go to wormwoodgaming.com. That's WYRMwoodgaming.com. They do awesome work. It's really super high quality. It's great. So thank you guys. All right, so let's see. Updates we can get through. Laura, do you have an update for merch stuff for the new year?
Yes, I do. It's a new campaign, new us, new merch. I don't know which camera I'm looking at.
That one.
So you guys on Twitter, so we released our teaser on socials, and everybody was like, "I want this as a poster," so we listened to you. And we
really?
made it a poster!
It's a real poster?
It's a real poster!
Oh, wow!
Look at this lameness!
Oh my
that you
God,
would
Meg,
have
that's
on your
amazing.
wall.
Oh, man.
So yeah, it's in the store right now, you guys. and we printed a small amount, and so those ones will be like shipped faster, and then after that it'll just be pre-order. But I think it's all listed as pre-order, so just so you know.
Can you Photoshop out my crotch region? For...
No.
Nope. Okay.
That would be a lot of Photoshop, man.
No,
Yeah.
none of us have that much talent in post, Sam.
Let's just talk about this Matthew
Let's not
Mercer.
talk about what I when I put that outfit on. I did not consider quite the permeation in my life it would become. So there's that.
So yeah, he can be with you always.
Thank you. That's actually
Matt can stare at you while you sleep.
That's actually how Pervon dressed.
God damn it.
Hey, first throwback. Well done.
Oh yeah, we gotta be careful, guys, because we have a lot of people that haven't watched the last campaign or haven't finished the last campaign.
Sure.
So no spoilers for last campaign.
I don't really remember it.
Well, we all died.
That's true. Okay, next announcements. The Critical Role podcast we have currently up to date. All of Vox Machina. All of Vox Machina's story. The whole first campaign is now on the podcast. You can find it where finest podcasts are downloaded. And do we have an update as far as the release schedule for this podcast?
Yes, we do. They will be releasing 1 week after we are live. So they will be 1 week behind.
Great. So
But
on
yes,
Thursday?
they will be releasing on Thursdays the week after.
Fancy.
Don't have to
Yep.
wait.
yeah.
Oh, so you can listen to it in the morning and then watch it live at night.
Oh man.
Sure.
Sure.
If you have a lot of free time.
Yes, you can. Yes.
Or a really long drive,
Yes.
maybe.
Or really long
Extra
drive.
8 hours to spend every Thursday.
To be fair, you guys would have about as much free time on a Thursday as I would. Cool. So look forward to that. Comic book issue 4 of Critical Role Vox Machina Origins. Liam, when does that come out?
It is coming out on the 24th of this month.
Oh, make it sooner.
I've read it. It's so good. It's real good. It's so good. You guys, Vox Machina's story ended at this table, but it is going to live on and on and on, at least for 3 more issues.
Yeah.
At least.
So thank you very much.
Check it out everywhere.
Yeah. On
Comixology.
Zune. On Palm Pilot, Dark Horse app, Comixology,
LimeWire. I think
and
it's there.
LimeWire. You know,
Yeah.
finally.
Napster.
Okay, that's okay, guys. Got a couple more things there. Thank you for hanging in there. As far as con appearances go, I actually fly tomorrow to Miami, Florida, for Paradise City Comic Con. I'll be there tomorrow till Sunday. If you guys haven't are in the area, come say hi at the convention. It should be fun. I have panels and signings and stuff. So hopefully see you there. Also, I'll be at Lexington Comic Con and Comic and Toy Con in Lexington, Kentucky, March 9th to the 11th. Oda Fest in Calgary in May 18th to 20th, and A-Con in Texas, June 7th to the 10th. So,
Wow, that's a lot.
I know.
Please,
I know.
We
I know.
have Emerald City Comic Con, me and Travis.
Awesome.
First weekend of March.
Yes, that's right.
Badass.
Yeah, Portland, see ya.
Cool.
Not Portland.
All right, so
Seattle.
paring it down. We're finishing up here. Thank you for your patience.
Go.
With the new campaign, I want to renew our appreciation for and make sure that we push to you guys that we,
Hey,
from the very
Paul.
beginning, have been supporting a really amazing charity called 826. 826LA being our local chapter. They have 826 groups all over the United States that they do after-school creative writing and a lot of great creative classes for children who are either underprivileged or don't have opportunities to go to these types of classes. They do wonderful, wonderful work, and we've been supporting them from the very beginning, and we're just doubling down on that for this new campaign. You guys, as a community, have been fantastic in supporting them and all the charities that we've supported from the very beginning. Christmas every year has been a very prime example of that, so I just wanted to continue to push that forward, share the love, and big thank you to 826 for being such an amazing source of creative drive for so many young kids who normally wouldn't have that opportunity. So you guys are amazing, and show them your appreciation if you can.
Yeah.
Final shout-outs. One, thank you to Ian Phillips of Iron Tusk Painting, who has painted the miniatures for this campaign. He actually painted me and Marisha's cake toppers for our wedding, and whenever you've managed to see the miniatures for the campaign, you can know that it's his handiwork. You can soon enough.
Also, fun fact about Ian Phillips, I grew up with him.
Which I didn't know that until like a month ago.
He was one of my brother's best friends when we kind of first moved out here to LA. And so when that name was floating around, I was like, wait a minute. And then we reconnected back on Instagram. So it's such a crazy story. You know, Critical Role brings it all back around.
I love it. So you can follow him at Painting Tusk
I've
on
had
Twitter.
him paint like 20 to 30. I'm kind of addicted. 20 to 30 miniatures. They're
He's
amazing.
amazing.
He's amazing at what he does.
And final thank yous to Warner Brothers and Monolith Entertainment for letting us incorporate the Shadow of War soundtrack into our Critical Role soundtrack here on the air. So those will be coming into the new campaign. And super excited, CD Projekt Red has been nice enough to allow us use of the Witcher series soundtrack to also incorporate into the campaign. Which honestly, when we started playing at home, the Witcher soundtrack was most of my music, and I couldn't use it when we started streaming, and so it's been kind of a cool full circle to be able to bring it back in. So, plus it brings a unique flavor that kind of works with the new campaign setting. So, with that, I believe our announcements are done. Thank you for bearing with us.
Oh, that's later.
Afterwards.
I understand.
Afterwards.
There's one-
We'll show.
Oh, there's one more announcement.
Well,
Oh, go ahead. I mean,
our announcement is our brand new opening title
brand new-
sequence.
Yes.
Which I think we're ready for.
I think we're ready for it. So, as we bring it down, guys, let's go ahead and prepare to dive in to the new year and the new campaign for this episode of Critical Role.
I just saw this.
Super fast. We gotta go. Through that.
And welcome back.
That was a new level.
Wow. We've definitely returned to the table. Thank you, Sam. So,
Wait, super fast. We gotta go through credits.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
Right. Okay. So normally we don't do this. I did this once before when we released our first other opening title
our
sequence.
50th
Yeah, 50th.
episode.
So we're gonna do this again. These are just people who who do so much and who do not get enough love. I'm gonna shout them out. Sean Becker, who's the unsung hero of Geek and
Yeah,
Sundry, is our
Sean.
executive producer. TJ Rattel, he's like our production manager around here. He makes sure that we actually have like cameras. Maxwell James, our producer that makes this show go every week. Danny Carr, our production coordinator,
Maxwell, Danny.
huge producer here. Steve Sprinkles, who directed that amazing opening title sequence.
not a real name.
Yeah, I know. I love it on the slate. It always says Sprinkles. Jan Michael Lasada, who is our DP and is the same DP from last time. Tristan Savage Tate, who's our first AC. Shondella Hunt, who is our key grip.
Yes.
Tyler Hart, who is our gaffer, who gaffs everything around here. He's amazing. Jenny Newman, who did the amazing wardrobe. She sourced
Such a
all
good
the
job.
wardrobe. Ren Whitting, who is one of our hair and makeup artists. Vanessa Marie, who is our second hair and makeup artist. Got it. Jose Sosa, who is our production assistant. Selena Ruth.
There's a lot of these faces.
I know. Selena Ruth, who did additional photography, and she also does stuff every day.
Yeah, did they
Because
all need
I
their
didn't
own
know there was going to be
card?
this many. Brandon Clark, who was our location manager. Pamela Joy, who shot all of the photos. And Loretta Richards.
Yeah, they're with Heirloom Photography, and they did all of our thumbnails too. They did that
Heirloom.
poster. Go check them out
as well.
Instagram. They are the jam.
Heirloom photography.
Jason Charles Miller, who does our music.
Garthok.
Sean Hudson, who does our post-production. And Andy Inglet, who edited that thing. Okay, now I go. I'm sweating a lot.
That's okay. So,
Thank you.
What a night. Well, guys.
That was fun.
This has been great.
Holy shit.
everyone,
Oh, yeah.
everyone,
Oh god. Oh
Did we
god.
open our fucking books yet?
welcome to Wildmount. The year is 835 PD, or post-divergence. This continent is divided both by jagged terrain and political powers. The Menagerie Coast, a collection of city-states united under the Clovis Concord, monopolizes the southwestern shores and ports of Wildmount, thriving on open trade and cultural freedom. Beyond the Sirius Mountains lies the massive region known as Wynandir, bisected by the Ashkeeper Peaks. Eastern Wynandir houses the expansive wastes and turbulent badlands of Jorhas, overrun with all manner of beasts and terrors, relics from the final battles of the Calamity that ruined that scarred landscape. Northward, you would find the Graying Wildlands, a lawless realm harboring a curse that has kept it unconquered by human hands. However, this story begins in the territory of Western Wynandir, within the boundaries of the Dwendalian Empire. Emerging 13 generations before, the Dwendalian Empire has slowly spread to encompass the surrounding societies of the region, absorbing the peoples of the Zemni Fields in the Marrow Valley, before finally conquering the Julis Dominion and taking the whole of Western Wynandir for the Empire.
There will be no test.
No. This is... let me continue. Under the rule of the current King Bertrand Dwendal, now in his 68th year, most are left to their own devices. You live as you did before. The crown only takes a tithe of what you produce and earn. You follow its laws, worship its gods, and bow to its installed local leadership. In return, denizens of the Empire are protected from the chaotic horrors and shattered evils that stalk the edges of the civilized lands. This accord has led to a prosperous century for the Empire, or at least the political elite. Tensions brew beneath the chafing watch of the Crown's Guard. Every temple is government-owned and run, and worship outside the approved idolatry is met with imprisonment. Rumors of military clashes at the eastern border near Xhorhas have many common folk on edge. Our story, however, begins much smaller. Here in the southern reaches of the Marrow Valley, beyond the entry gates of the Wuyun Gorge, lies the small, rural town of Trostenwald. Bordering the blue waters of the Ustalok, this town came to prominence near the turn of this recent century, when the surrounding fertile farmlands were discovered to produce a unique type of grain and wheat, leading to a boom of breweries. When the glut subsided, 3 large families stood triumphant in the local business of fermented delights. Now Trostenwald thrives on their exports of fish, crops, and ale. Here in this sleepy trade stop along the Amber Road, a handful of wandering destinies slowly begin to intersect. We begin in the early hours of the morning on the day of Grissin, in a messy room on the 2nd floor of the Nestled Nook Inn. A bleary-eyed, bruised man in a tattered coat slowly wakens from his lengthy sleep, catching his small, snoring ally curled at the foot of the bed. Liam, if you would like to describe your character, please.
Oh my god, no pressure!
Were we supposed to prepare this?
No.
I'm pretty filthy. I have sort of a mess of reddish-brown hair. And,
hey, what's up, 6'6"? Yes, new cover indeed.
Really filthy road clothes. I wear a long coat that I slept in. I slept about 20 hours last night. Geez, unshaven, a bit of a mess.
So far, you're just talking
What
about
color
current
are your
Liam right now.
eyes? I need visual.
They're blue.
There you go.
That's it. It was a rough day yesterday, and that's it.
All right. And your name is?
Oh, Caleb. Caleb Widowguest.
All right. As your smaller friend curls awake, Sam, would you like to describe your character?
Yeah. I am a little goblin girl. I am a goblin. So, you know, the green skin, the green hair, the yellow eyes. And she wears not great clothes, just like her traveling companion there. She kind of hides in the shadows a lot because she knows goblins aren't kind of welcome in this part. And that's about it. I mean, she's a little skittish. and right now she's probably stirring awake as well, right?
What's your name?
Oh, not the brave.
So Caleb, as you come to consciousness, you glance over and can see, slowly snoring and rousing at about the same time, Not's eyes blink open, her kind of slowly groaning face looking over towards you.
Oh, you're finally awake, I see. Oh yeah, motherfuckers. It's on. You were out for quite some time there. Rough day, eh?
Not our best day, no.
No, I mean, usually you're so good at everything, but yesterday you were just... Maybe you needed the sleep, is what you needed.
Thank you.
Well, don't thank me yet. I should probably tell you what happened while you were asleep. I mean, you were asleep for so long, I got bored, frankly. I was going through my pack and reorganizing.
Has anybody seen you?
Well, I mean, many people. I got bored. You've never slept that long, so I left. I went downstairs. I thought I'd do a bit of window shopping, and you know how sometimes I get the itch, you know?
I do. Did you make it back here okay at night?
I'm here, aren't I?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, I did. But I might have been spotted by a few of the Crown's Guard.
Okay, did you have the mask on?
No, I didn't. But they didn't catch me, so.
Okay.
Listen, I'm sorry. Sometimes I get the urge. I've got to take something. You know, I was trying to replenish what you lost yesterday, and I failed.
Well, we discussed coming to a bigger town. It's going to be a little more difficult now. You can't go. It was easier on outskirts. It was easy in farms, but we can't do that here.
I know. I'm sorry. No, I know. You're right. Yep, it was. I just got a little bit, squiggly. That's all.
Okay. Well, I think today you should have the mask on at all times.
Yeah.
And,
good idea, Caleb.
Yeah. It's better when we're working together. If you need to steal something, do it with my help. All right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Back up the conversation a minute. Thank you, because I would not be alive if you had not. You saved my life, so thank you.
No problem.
Yesterday was really not great.
Yeah, well, we'll do better today, right?
Sure we will. Are you hungry?
Oh, yeah, I'm starving.
At this point, you notice the gentle smell of cooked meats and the promises of mediocre porridge and eggs just barely begins to creep beneath the subtle floor of your room and meet your nostrils.
Well, what are we going to do today? I can go down and get breakfast and bring it up here. At least, I don't know. I mean, I'm a little wary of just splashing back into the town right away.
Well, let's go down and get some food. I'll come with you, because, as you said, we're better together. And we'll take it from there. You need some books and stuff, right?
Always.
All right, well, that's on the to-do list.
All right, well, let's get something to eat then.
All right, so you prepare yourself with your mask set over?
Yes, yeah. So I'm gonna I have a half a mask that kind of covers my goblin face, and with the hood over, kind of obscures. Maybe it's not a goblin. Maybe it's a little halfling person or something.
Yeah, which is helpful in the southern, more rural region of the Empire, especially near Felderwin, which is one of the largest kind of tilling and farming areas of the entire Empire. There's a very heavy halfling population. And so while this city is not the core of it, I'd say you probably see a larger 20 to 25% of the population here in Trostenwald is halfling. So you can pass off pretty decently as long as you keep away from discerning, intent eyes. So the two of you manage to gather your things for the time being, wander down the stairs from the top floor down to the base of the tavern, which the air is already bustling with townsfolk and all manner of travelers preparing to take on the day's responsibilities. Yorda, the 40-something woman barkeep with the shoulder-length blonde hair and weathered skin who you had previously rented your room at the inn from, frantically darts behind the bar while the red-headed barmaid rushes from table to table. It seems that the clientele is a bit more than they were expecting this morning. Yorda yells from behind the bar to the barkeep, "Adeline, 2 more brights and a bit of mush at the corner table." And she kind of looks like, "I'm working on it!" And she runs over and heads back to the kitchen. There's a faint bit of music as 2 kind of slovenly-looking musicians in the corner are trying to work for tips with a small hat on the floor that looks like nobody's thrown any coin into it. But the tables are fairly busy, except for maybe 2 that appear to be available between the 2 of you guys, if you'd like to find a seat.
Okay. Sure. Is that easy to do? To find a seat?
Yeah, you walk over to it and you sit down.
Is this how that works?
It's a D&D works,
What do we roll for?
You sit down, and due to the chaos that ensues around you, it takes a little while for Adeline, the redheaded barmaid, to come by, and she kind of scoots by the table. I'm terribly sorry. What can I get you?
Meat if you have it, but if you don't, that's okay too. Potatoes, or if bacon if it's on the menu. But really anything.
I can get you all 3. It's fine. What you want?
A trust for each of us, please.
For breakfast?
Yes.
I like you. All right, 2 trusts and a bunch of meats. Be right back. And she rushes off. She kind of pulls her hair back and ties it as she goes into the kitchen, kind of getting ready for the midst of chaos. While you guys have a moment there at the table, you can hear conversation muttering around you, and you have a brief bit of privacy to discuss.
No, yes, I need books. That's true. But did you find drink yesterday?
I have a little left in my flask.
How much?
Just a couple swigs.
So that's also on the to-do list, then, yeah?
I mean, if you don't want me to get too jittery, yeah.
Okay. So we'll do that first. All right.
All right.
I love her.
Short time passes before the 2 platters are rushed over and scattered across the front of your table with a clattering pile of meats there set for you. A little bit placed on the side because you might need, especially with the look on your face, the Adeline kind of gives you a glance, goes, put something in your belly.
Thank you.
Comes back and slides 2 trusts to you.
Remove my little mask, and then just go.
I take the last piece.
As you guys are partway through your meal, let's see, Caleb, you notice out of the corner of your eye a gentleman enter the door looking kind of meek. Middle age, looks work-hardened. He has kind of a heavy chin beard that is kind of unkept and
Am I lag behind 6'6"?
His eyes are warm. He's holding his hat in his grip, and he scans the room with an eager glance before his face brightens and he begins to push his way.
Oh, thanks,
across the
Wordwin.
room, kind of in your direction, it looks like.
Oh.
He scoots
Woo!
over towards your
Whiz,
table,
bang!
and as you're about to
Appreciate
turn,
it.
kind of see what he's about,
Putting my hand on my purse.
he pivots to the table next to you instead. He turns to you 3.
We've just been sitting here this whole time.
Yeah. You've met this man the day before, Ronaldo, the fisherman, who you had aided. And as he approaches, he goes, "You, might I sit, please?"
Of course, take a seat.
Okay.
What's that?
And as he sits down in his chair, I would ask each of you to please describe yourselves, please, starting with you, Laura.
Oh, well, okay. Well, I'm just, a little blue tiefling, that's all, with blue hair. And, I'm wearing like a pretty cute dress, that's all. And, I'm having a good time, we're just having a good time here at breakfast.
All right. And you?
Yeah. I'm, simple girl, simple needs, just wearing like kind of nice baggy clothes, some monk vestiges. They're in kind of like nice blues and grays. You notice I have a blue sash around my belt. Got a nice shave kind of going on, little undercut. Looks like maybe I put on makeup like 2 days ago, and I'm like, yeah, it's still holding up. It's fine. I can work with that.
What's your name?
Oh, we'll get to it.
Okay.
And thank you. And Travis, describe yourself, please.
Yeah, I'm here too.
Oh, what?
I'm
All right,
I'm
night,
half
Paul.
orc, sitting here and kind of beat up leathers. Have a big scar across my face. Green skin tone and kind of got some like piecemeal armor put together and stuff. But my name's Ford.
You're very handsome. I just need to tell you that.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Which, as Ronaldo sits down, clutching his hat still in his hand, says, "And I thank you for your time, Ford. And I apologize, I forget your names.
Beauregard.
Beauregard.
Jester.
Jester. Thank
Yes.
you. You all came when no one else would yesterday, and because of you, my daughter is still alive.
Oh yeah, sorry about kind of for being like a pessimistic asshole, by the way, when you first came into town.
Oh, that's okay.
I'm
We
not
live
used to
by
things
these
like
parts.
turning out good. So.
You do well this side of the empire. Anyway,
Yes.
I won't keep you, but we spoke yesterday, and I didn't have much to give you, and sent you away with nothing but my gratitude. But I've been asking around the other fishermen in our lockspan, and we've put together a little bit of coin for your troubles. So, and he turns his cap over onto the table, and this catches your attention. You hear this clattering of coin. Your eyes kind of glance over, especially you, Not, and watch as he leaves this pile of what looks to be mostly copper and silver pieces with a couple of glimmers of gold. And as soon as it like clatters across the hardwood table here in the center of the tavern, other faces begin to turn and kind of gather attention as to what's happening over here in the back edge. And he kind of takes his cap back and pushes it forward towards all of you. It's kind of dirty. You can see cracked and very, very calloused fingers kind of shoving it in your direction before taking his hat and placing it back over his head.
Did they
That's
go?
so cool.
Those coins went all over the floor.
All over the table.
The table. Okay.
I hope it's helpful. But thank you.
Yeah. No. Oh wait,
We can't accept this, right? I mean, it's too much.
we're supposed to like at least say that, right? And then like still accept it, right?
I think you're supposed to do it if you say it.
Well, I mean, he
Whoa.
did go around to a bunch of people. That was a lot of work on his part. I would hate to make him go back to all of those people and give it back to each individual person.
Fine.
If he didn't keep a ledger, you know, we wouldn't want to do that. It's rude not to accept a gift, right? It's rude not to accept a gift, right?
It's rude not to accept
I
the
would
gift.
hope that is the case. Anyway, thank you very much. I'm sorry for getting in your way. And he stands up and gives you all a nod and kind of rushes out of the tavern, a little embarrassed by all the attention that's now placed on him by the other patrons. And as he leaves, everyone kind of goes back to their business. A couple of wandering eyes just starting to count what coins are there as you slowly mitt them in your direction.
Oh, divide it up.
Okay. How much?
It comes to, there are 4 gold pieces amongst the pile,
Okay.
22 silver, and 48 copper pieces.
Gold, 22 silver.
Can I clock
How many?
the room? See who else is
Copper?
watching her
Perception
count.
check. Huh?
How many copper?
48 copper.
Is this the
48.
first roll?
First roll of the campaign.
Oh, come on.
Natural 20.
I wasn't planning on it, Meg.
And that's how you started. All right.
So I'm leaving it to you to do that counting. Which is really hard for me personally, but
Yeah.
there you go.
How do you split up 4 gold? We have 4 gold and there's only 3 of us.
I don't know.
Well, I actually did pretty good at that card game, so you can have mine.
Oh,
Yeah.
I will. Okay.
So 2 for each of us. That's great.
Oh, that's a good 1 for you, 2 for me, 2 for... Oh, wait. No, that doesn't make sense.
She's your treasurer?
This is gonna
No,
go
man.
great.
Okay.
Day, man.
It's hard not being the treasurer.
I'll give 2 to Jester.
Sweet.
1 for you, 1 for me.
Thanks.
And then 22 silver, that's...
Tell you what, you do that math while
You
I
guys
figure
got
it
it.
out.
Yes.
I let you know. You guys
While you're counting this out and figuring out the division of your gains,
Episode 4.
4. You glance about, you're narrowing your orcish eyes across the room, and you can see 2 other tables. There are some gentlemen who are peeking over, and as soon as they meet your gaze, they go right back to their business and completely shrink away. There are 2 gentlemen, or I'd say there's a man and a hooded figure at a table immediately adjacent to you. The man looks rather filthy, his hair a bit unkempt, and he's trying to just finish his drink. However, the smaller, kind of halfling-looking figure is just glaring intently and is slowly leaning in the direction of the table.
That's creepy. Fucking disgusting. God. I think we have people watching us.
Who is watching us?
Well, just take a look right over there.
Don't arouse suspicion, but did you hear all that coin hit that table, Caleb?
I did. It's on the table, though, so I think on the table it will stay.
Yes, but we could follow them out. We could do the money pot. We could run rat food. We could do Prince and the Pauper to get it from them. We could try spider eyes. Any of those could work
Are
to
you
get it.
guys staying here?
This blue-skinned tiefling suddenly leans over to you at the table.
Don't move.
7 silver for you.
Don't move. Tieflings can only see movement.
And 16 copper.
I don't think
It's
that's
very
true.
true. We have a hard time seeing things that aren't moving. It's very true. But I can hear you. You should take a bath. You know they have showers here. It's possible.
What now?
You bathe yourself in water.
No, I've bathed before. Yeah, I know what a bath
You
is.
smell really bad and it's wafting over this direction. I'm just letting you know. I would hate if I smelled that bad and someone didn't tell me. You know?
I have only just met you.
Hi, I'm Jester.
Hi, I'm Caleb.
Nice to meet you, Caleb. How much silver did I just get?
7!
Woo!
And 16 copper! Aren't y'all jealous?
Morning.
Morning! Morning.
Make a perception check, Beauregard and Jester.
Oh. Okay. Hang on, I have to put my...
Whoa!
Are you checking your D&D Beyond specs?
I am. I'm adding my gold and my...
22.
It's very important. And...
I haven't even looked over my character sheet yet.
Oh man.
This is crazy.
19.
Okay.
I'm flipping.
The somewhat meek female halfling who is now suddenly very reserved and not as filthy as the human compatriot that she keeps, seems less and less halfling the more you glance in her direction. The ears are folded inward but elongated, the tinges of green to the skin, and with the little words that have poked through her lips, you can see what appear to be teeth more jagged than expected of the half-folk.
I just shout over and I say, "Good morning," in halfling.
I know halfling, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So I'll shout back. Top of the morning to you.
Would you like a coffee? Seems like I'd love to buy you coffee.
We've got free coffee. Yep. I'll take it. Sure. Thank you.
Being mighty fucking friendly, they were looking at our coin.
Why couldn't they have been looking at me? Maybe they were looking at me.
I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they were looking at you.
I don't
As
wanna think of
Jester said, you're handsome.
Just
Yes.
not.
He said jest.
I just thought you said my name, so.
Oh, I said your name.
Oh.
Oh, they might have said your name too.
Never mind.
I don't
never
know.
mind. Good. Could I get another trust over here, please?
Two, please, right away.
Eventually, Adeline comes by and brings 2 fresh trots to the table and kind of glancing about at the unique tension in the air right here. Would you like anything as well?
Oh, yes. Lots of baked goods if you have them, please.
Pork belly if you have it.
I don't think I've seen you eat anything other than pastries.
I really like them.
I'm kind of concerned for your well-being. It's fine. I'm not that concerned. Eat whatever you want. I'll have a bacon, some, whatever.
All right, pork it is. I'll be right back. She rushes off to the kitchen. You guys just continue to awkwardly stare at each other.
I'm gonna put my hand up and say quietly to Not. The money pot is not for them. It's not for them. It's for farmers. Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
That's 3.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Did we notice some whispering?
With your perception rolls earlier, yes.
Hey, what's up, Salty Noah?
But I said it really quietly.
She rolled a 22.
But she can hear my little whisper. I mean,
No, you heard the whisper. You're not sure what the words are.
Okay,
And
but I can see that
you can
they're
see that they're
definitely whispering
being-
about us.
being
Yes.
mysterious.
Okay, cool.
In halfling, I'll say to whatever Bo.
Bo.
Bo for sure, it works.
Are you in town for business or pleasure?
Can I inside check him, see what he's hiding?
Make an insight check.
Okay. Oh my god. What's my insight?
What is he
I gotta
saying?
remember.
What? I mean, you are a girl. What are she saying? Shit. That's really hard to remember now.
You're asking me what I'm saying.
Yeah, what did you just say?
13.
13? I mean, seems to be
Pronunciated? I think
genuine,
that's...
hard to
Ooh,
read
salty
through
dough.
all
That's
the,
exciting.
The wrappings, shadow, and
Yeah, the
hood
covers do
still
end up dark.
obscuring the face.
I think pronunciated is a word.
Do you have the mask on right now?
I think I do.
Okay.
Yeah, it's this kind of porcelain covering that has painted lips, and it's a little
really cool.
It's a little unsettling.
I mean, I'm sorry not to be blunt, but you know, it's pretty obvious goblins are not welcome strolling about.
She's a goblin.
Yeah, but you don't have to make a big thing of it, all right? There could be people who even
No,
don't.
that's right. She's my companion. She's my friend. There's nothing to make a big deal about. That's why she's wrapped up. Just leave it, please.
I didn't ask why she was wrapped up.
I know, we're not making a big deal out of it. You're making a big deal out of it.
Somebody asked why
No,
she was wrapped
nobody
up.
asked.
Somebody said the words, this is Liam. Why are you all wrapped up?
Oh.
No, I asked if she was cold.
That's concern.
She had a hood.
That's
and-
concern.
As Caleb finishes oversharing,
That's like it's over. It's so over.
Those old times, man. That was a different universe, different life.
That was Earth 3.
at this point, there is a bit of a commotion towards the entrance of the tavern. Two shadows step into the doorway of the nearish noonday sun. The figures, one kind of eclipsing the other from behind, begin to step in. You notice one of them begins to step from table to table, kind of glancing about with a sort of grace to the movement. The other staying a few feet behind. Tell us if you'd like to describe your character, please.
Oh, wait, what?
I didn't think you were gonna be so soon. I know.
Neither did I.
Didn't either.
But here we are. A damn it, Travis. A lavender tiefling with red eyes and.
I'm going to take a short break. Be right back, and we're going to throw together another cover. I've been sending out emails to the artists already. But we're going to throw together our second cover, which should be... What's the actual order we want to release these in? I got to take a look at that real quick. Man in the Satyr. Interesting. Okay. Hey, what's up, Miak? Yes, we're doing cover design. But I'm right about to take a break. Gonna do that real quick and be right back. We're gonna throw together the next cover. Hey, we're back. Just in time to see Salty Noah leaving. Have a good one, Salty Noah. No, this is the final cover, Miak. Yes, it's a mock-up.
Curled, very pierced, extremely ostentatious horns that are just pierced with little gems and little baubles. He's got a tattoo that seems to be running up the side of his face, a kind of peacock tattoo that goes off into his very ostentatious, ridiculous, overblown robes that he wears, and his two swords and pouch dangling at the side of his hips. He's very, very broad in his dress.
So literal and figurative peacock.
Oh yes.
One of your characters?
No. I know, mine. Who knew?
And as this tiefling darts from table to table, a few feet behind, you see.
Wait, did you say your name?
No, I didn't say my name.
No, it hasn't come up yet.
Okay, so there is a woman behind him, taller than your average lass. She's very, very, very pale skin. She has, her hair is black that starts to turn white as it gets longer. It's matted, it's dreaded, it's braided. Her clothes are a bit tattered, but just sort of, she's a bit of a mess. And she has two different color eyes. One of them is sort of a light greenish blue and the other is a violet color. And she's very sort of, very standoffish, hunchy, arms folded.
You watch as these figures slowly move from table to table, the tiefling engaging in some distant conversation, and then leaving a slip of paper, and then walking to the next table, gauging the atmosphere, not leaving a slip of paper and quickly moving on, and then eventually your eyes meet what looks to be two tables with a very motley crew of individuals that are both kind of awkwardly avoiding their own tension and currently trying to figure you out.
Can I tell if, where are they in the dispensement of the coin? Can I tell they have a little coin on them? Did I catch any of that?
They've completed distributing it, so
yeah.
you don't see any coin, unfortunately.
Well, I don't believe I've ever seen a group of people more in need of a good time in my entire life. Monomock Tiefling of the Fletchling and Moondrop Traveling Carnival of Curiosities. If there was ever a group of people that needed a good time, to go out, have a laugh, see things that you have never seen before, and my God, take my word for it, 1 month's time, people will be buying your ale to hear the tale of what you saw at the Traveling Carnival of Curiosities this night.
We saw your tent going up.
You did.
We did.
We were actually gonna go without the flyer,
Yeah.
but like, now we also have a flyer.
It's just 5 copper. At steel, it's 5 silver. It would be a steal. 5 gold, worth every penny. But if you've got the 5 copper to spend, we would happily have you all.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
do you perform?
I'm less of a performer and more of an intermediary for these parts. I do on occasion perform. I can read fortune on occasion.
I was going to ask if you read fortunes. Can you do one now?
I knew you were going to ask that.
Oh my gosh, you're so smart.
That's what they tell
Look
me.
at this guy. He knows everything.
I don't think.
I'm going to sit down at the table.
Okay. He goes and sits down at this table, finishing his presentation. One of the barmaids kind of comes up to you and kind of looks up. You standing almost a solid 7 inches taller than her. As Adeline goes, miss, can I get you a drink?
Yes, can I have a drink, please? Just some ale.
Coming right up. Any preferences for the families? Bombach?
Stay clear of Bombach. They're dicks.
It's kind of true.
Just a big.
Hasseldorf then.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be right back. And she wanders off.
Well, who has coin for a fortune?
Do you know my name?
What is your name?
Jester.
I know your name now.
What is your name?
Oh, my name is Molly to my friends, and we're friends now, aren't we? Oh, pleasure.
Molly?
Molly. Look at this guy.
Molly Mock, Molly for short. This is Yasha, she's the charm.
Hi, Yasha.
Yasha.
Hello.
Yasha.
Now, would anyone like a fortune read?
I would love one.
Do you have coin?
Yes. How much do you want?
2 copper.
2 copper. Okay, I just got some copper. Here you go.
Mark down your 2 copper.
I am taking this in. All right. I'm going to try and do this.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, really?
You doing something?
So, as he pulls out a small set of cards and begins to shuffle them at the table. Go ahead and roll an insight check.
He's really quite good. You all should line up and get your fortunes told.
Let's do a 16 there.
Okay, so you get just the brief conversation here. You get a pretty solid read to the excitability, the eagerness, the exorbitant interest in just getting in your face that this person wants. Any fortune you tell would probably suffice. Go ahead and roll a sleight of hand check as well.
Look at this fucking game.
Also 16.
Whoa.
Yeah, and you feel pretty confident that her eyes are locked onto your eyes at the moment and not the deck.
Hey, what's up,
As you
Jack?
set
Chris?
up a proper reading. And the cards are shuffled, they're set, you place them before you, and you may give your fortune.
I'm gonna just keep my eyes open for any tricks of the hand, sleight of handies type
Make
trick.
a perception check.
Okay. Perception. 14.
14. All right, everything seems pretty above board.
Oh. Your first card, the Silver Dragon. This is good. You're pure. You're of virtue. You are a worthwhile and wonderful human being, obviously, or creature of some repute.
That's what everyone always tells me.
That's true. And heading towards the anvil.
What is that?
And is a destiny forged. There's something bright and adventurous in your future.
Wow. You know, we did just defeat a really big snake, so maybe there's even bigger things coming up, you know?
Can I make another roll?
Sure.
Ashley
Sleight of hand.
confirmed worst hype man ever.
19.
Yeah, easy enough. Even discerning eyes at the table, you are at the top of your game.
The serpent card appears. Of course you did.
Oh my gosh! Look at that! How did you even do that?
I saw the cards. I'm just simply a vessel of higher powers.
DM. While everybody's watching this shit happen, may I cast Detect Magic in the room?
You may. You kind of lean back and subtly begin a brief muttering of an incantation. Your fingers kind of wash through the air with a faint silver gleam across your fingertips. Nothing magical shows up in the immediate vicinity.
Will you ask the cards if I'm going to find them?
He's bullshitting her.
If you're going to find her.
Him.
Give me a little bit more. Who is this him that you're looking for?
I'm looking for my dad.
14?
Just fumble for a second, but the card still finds its way through without issue.
Pushing through. The eye card pulls up. You've already found the clue you're looking for, you just don't know what it is yet.
Really?
Apparently. That's what the cards are saying.
Oh, wow.
It's right in front of you.
Does it say how long ago I found it? Because that's...
Sadly, I don't have that sort of specifics. That's much more expensive.
Oh, that's going to take a lot of thinking.
Well, you find us at the show, you'll find my tent, and I'm happy to give you a more complicated reading.
I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun.
So much fun.
Yasha, at this point, the barmaid, Adeline, comes up and hands you the ordered ale.
Thank you, my lady.
On the house.
On the house. It is our good
Very
fortune
kind
today.
of you.
Do you perform the circus too?
No, I do not. I just, I put it up.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
You're like
The tent.
a roadie.
Yeah.
It's a big tent. It would take a lot of work.
I put up the stage.
Well, one of them in particular
things
has
around
become a meme in the
but I don't do anything.
in the VlogaNovel community.
Some of our acts are a little complicated with performers who are not of the traditional variety. Can make some of the locals get a little shifty, if you know, and it's good to have a few people around who are capable of keeping issues contained.
Yeah, is that why it
frightened
says
people.
no admittance to the elderly? You don't want to
yes.
deal with those Riley
Or
elderly.
the ill.
Or the ill, yeah. Why no elderly, though? Ill kind of makes sense, but elderly?
We cannot be held responsible for anything that may happen to someone who is ill or infirmed. It is such an exciting, impressive show.
We've had people die watching it.
Really?
Yeah,
Just
it's
from
that
excitement?
exciting. Just from excitement.
Wait, they died in the show or from watching?
Yeah, just like heart attack.
Wow.
Just from getting so
It
excited,
can be
I
a
guess.
lot.
Oh, man.
Crap fire.
We gotta get so wasted.
When is it? How long is it? When is it?
Well, it is actually the day of Grissom, and your first show is tonight.
His first show is tonight.
Well, we have plans tonight.
Hey!
You stinky people want to come with us?
Kaylee, we don't have any plans tonight. I guess we could go along. I wouldn't mind seeing.
It'll be fun.
Or you could stay here and buy beer for the people who do see the show so that you can hear all about it and pay
Yeah.
more.
Yeah, we can go.
This is going to be so much fun.
Yeah, it sounds like a good night. Yeah.
Look at all these friends we're making here. This is a good city.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you are all the most charming people I've met in, yes, I finished my beer. Well, we better be getting on.
Yep, nice to meet you. Oh, you're so wonderful.
Charm, pure charm. See you tonight!
And as they get up and leave you, Yasha just downs her entire ale, slams on the table, and both of them walk out, passing a couple more flyers at off tables, and then exit out into the rest of the day's sun beyond your sight.
She was awesome.
She didn't say much.
That's why I liked her.
Really cool.
Yeah.
Did you see that cool thing she had going on in the ocean? That's
Hey, Fallen
interesting.
Clown, I'm watching Critical Role in the background.
Yeah, I mean, you could maybe do something like that in time. Just like wait till maybe.
She doesn't know that I'm coming.
you
I
did-
can't do
yeah,
it
you
tonight.
No.
Yeah. Wow. Cool. What do you guys want to do now?
Was he using magic?
I don't know.
Are you? You're superstitious. Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not superstitious
You-
at all.
Sure.
Why?
I mean, like kind of what he was working in was kind of like he was kind of little shit. Like he's a smart guy.
By the way,
He's a
did
smart
you open
guy.
your Christmas present for me?
No, not yet, no.
You should go open it. Like as
Right
it's-
now? Okay,
Yes.
I'll be right back.
Go grab the bag.
I'll
no,
do,
but I'm
I'll do it on the
serious.
break. I'll get it on the break.
Hey, Matt,
Yes?
Dungeon Master. Are they? They're wearing what they described. They're not wearing any cloaks or anything right now, are they?
She has a small. Actually, both of them have small cloaks, kind of over the shoulders.
Do I
Beauregard.
recognize those cloaks?
No, you do not.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
Why would you recognize the cloaks?
Maybe I saw something. I don't know.
You used to sell them.
No.
I didn't see them last night?
No.
Okay.
Whoa.
Okay, interesting.
Mysteries.
Also, for the record, there was nothing magic about that. Maybe he's good at reading people, but that was not magic.
Oh,
How do you know?
Caleb knows everything about magic. He's been even teaching me some. He's real good. You should see him. He can.
No.
Caleb, are you going to go to the academy?
That's silly.
Why?
He could if he wanted to.
Underrealm's going
He's
pretty
really
good, Fallen
at
Clown.
magic. He can make a cat appear and disappear whenever he wants.
Really?
Is that true?
A cat?
There
You
are
watch as just
Fallen
beneath
Clown.
the table, this kind of orange, kind of patchy tabby kind of leaps up onto it.
Oh,
Begins to move.
Oh, shit. What's his name?
Oh,
or her name?
well, it is a he.
Oh, okay.
This is my cat Frumpkin.
Frumpkin.
Frumpkin, yes.
Oh, can I call him Lumpy?
You can call him Frumpkin.
Look at this Lumpy!
Oh.
Made in England.
That was a little show gift from Marisha. So this is Frumpkin. He's here.
That's so great.
Yeah,
There are
that's not
elves
all
in
I do.
Underrealm, Miak.
Caleb, tell him all the stuff you can do. It's
You know
really.
what?
They look like this, and you don't want to fuck with them, because they'll fucking kill you. They will fuck you up. Real bad.
Impressive.
Sometimes less is more.
I can do things too.
With magic?
Yeah.
Like what?
Like,
Not to me, not to me.
Like, oh gosh. Okay.
Actually, these both.
I'm going to use thaumaturgy, and I'm going to make all the windows in the place like open up really fast, like crash open.
Okay, you watch as 4 of the nearby windows slam open with a sudden burst of wind, and all the various bits of torchlight that light the deeper, kind of more shadowed corners of the room suddenly darken and flicker. The music suddenly comes to a stop. Everyone kind of holds their position and kind of glances over to the table where you're all sitting.
Jester, don't you remember us talking about keeping a low profile?
You're right, I'm sorry. I use thaumaturgy and I close all the windows.
They all slam shut a second time. The light flickers and then brightens back to its normal place. Everyone.
Ta-da!
Yeah! Yeah!
Come see me tonight at the carnival. I'm really good.
One really crotchety looking guy in his like early 50s with a super underbite, probably missing most of his teeth, just goes.
I telepathically tell Frumpkin to jump up.
Probably missing most of his teeth, just goes.
I telepathically tell Frumpkin to jump up and sit in the lap of the woman in the monk's robes who just made a big scene and hopefully keep you occupied with being kicked.
Okay, as soon as you sit down, Pumpkin leaps into your lap and starts like purring and rubbing up against your hand.
Hey, buddy. Look at this guinea. I think he likes me.
Sure, right now.
Is
he
this a
likes you.
real cat or is
Oh,
this like
no.
a fake cat?
What do you mean a fake cat?
Like a magic cat?
He's both a real cat and a magic cat.
Is he an illusion cat?
Do you feel him?
Could you put him over there?
Are you allergic to frumpkins?
This cat.
Oh no!
But he's a magic cat. How can you be allergic to magic cat?
I'm pretty sure he's a real fucking cat.
He's one of those hyperallergenic magic cats.
I mean,
I don't know what the 5th edition rules are for.
For allergens?
as far as you know right now, yeah, he's having an actual allergic attack. A minor one, but.
I walk away a little bit from Ford.
Well, you're both magic users then?
Yeah.
And
That's
so
really
is the larger fellow?
Well, I mean, a little.
Yeah. I mean, he's learning. He's getting really good at it.
Trying to learn more.
Yeah. You should have seen him. He disguised himself the other day, and it was like,
Thanks, Jester. She's better at it than I am. We're trying to make our way up to the academy to, you know, get a little bit more learning done.
Oh, well, he's going to learn. I'm not going to go to the academy.
Yeah, this academy place kind of keeps getting brought up.
There are 2 moons.
Okay.
On the same cover that we saw before.
I'm sorry, what academy are we talking about?
Solstice Academy, you know.
The what?
You can see them.
Solstice?
Soltris.
Soltris.
Yeah, that's one.
Soul Train Academy.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, it's a very fancy place.
You
They
know.
teach you magic.
I have heard of it.
And you have arcane talents as well.
Yeah.
Why?
How long have you had yours?
That's a tricky question. I studied when I was younger, and then I gave it up for a while. I've picked it up again recently. So,
Nice, 6-6.
you know,
There are not
equivalent.
goblins in the
This was a good
sense
one.
that most people think of goblins, but there are goblin-like creatures.
Yeah. This is kind of therapeutic. It's kind of making me feel better. Just about life in general.
Oh, God. He reads lots of books, Caleb does. He's very smart. In fact, should we go looking for more right now?
You know, I mean, in a little while.
Can I see one of your books?
Well, and I sort of pull apart the lapels of my coats. I have a book in what modern day people might think of as holster straps, but there's a book hanging here, and a book hanging
Ancient
here.
people would call it a holster as well.
Big eye cats. Bap, bap, bap. The books are right here. I have these, but these are family heirlooms, so I don't share those. But no, I like to read.
Yes.
That's all.
Okay.
And I'm a bit of a self-starter, so you know I have to find. Good luck at the academy. That's Rafa here.
Do you know anything about it? I mean, 'cause we're just going up.
We know it's
beginner's
like
luck.
rich people that go there. We have to find a way to get you in.
Right.
Yeah.
All I know is how hard it is to get into.
Yeah.
You don't have a lot of money then?
Well,
No.
we had more.
Well, but then we lost it. But then
Somebody
we got it
has
back.
a gambling problem.
Oh, which one?
What's the name of it again?
It is the
Queen.
Crick Queen's Call.
Crick Queen's Call. Have you played it?
No, I haven't.
Don't.
I'll teach you someday. It's so much fun.
It's a game?
Yeah.
Cards?
Yeah.
All right. I might like to know that.
I mean, I can teach you if you want.
Yes, I would like to know that. Yes.
Okay. I'll deal.
Oh, right now.
Yeah, sure. This will be
Is
fun.
okay?
Listen, I would not be sitting here if not for you. Do whatever you want to
Okay, it's 3. You draw 3 cards. Well, I give you 3 cards. So you'd use 3 d6s.
3 d6s.
Yeah.
Got one.
Oh my goodness.
I'm
Sam.
not you. I have one of each dice.
Okay. So hide your roll from me because we can't know. Okay. So first you have to ante up. How much coin do you want to put in?
I'm out.
No, it's all right. I will front some coin for you to play this
Oh,
game.
great. How much do you want to front him?
I will give him
Low.
I will give you a silver piece.
A silver. Okay, this is
Thank
great.
you, Caleb.
Okay, I
Thank
put the
you.
silver
I
down
wish
too.
I had more.
Okay. Am I doing this right?
So far.
Okay. Now I'm going to give us 3 cards.
Uh-huh.
So we both roll.
Uh-huh.
But we can't see. Oh, that's good. Okay.
Don't say that's good. You gotta
Oh,
bluff.
I'm bluffing.
Bluff. Yeah.
How do you know I wasn't? Okay.
She was
I'm gonna try to change
Just
one of my
feeling.
cards.
Also,
No, wait. There's rules.
Yeah, without
Okay.
you seeing.
Make a sleight of hand check.
12 plus 8, so that's 20.
Make a perception check.
No, he totally did it. She totally did it. This is really hard, Sam.
Yeah.
you're only an hour and a half in.
This is my only skill, guys.
But you know that's my skill too.
Oh shit!
Would you?
So I'm gonna try to do it as well because that's my skill as well.
Well, first off, what'd you roll for?
I did not notice him doing it.
Okay, yeah. So you get to re-roll one of the dice.
Okay.
Okay, so
For
I'm
free.
gonna try to re-roll one of mine
I
for
have
free
to take
too.
whatever it was?
Yeah.
Shit.
All right. So go
I'm
ahead.
gonna re-roll
So make a
mine.
sleight of hand check.
Oh, right.
Do I notice her?
We'll roll perception.
Nope.
Plus 5, 13. 13?
No.
Okay.
I
So you
rolled a
also get a
3.
free re-roll.
So now, okay, so the best hand you can get is 3 of a kind. Then after that, it's a straight,
A straight, yes.
a high straight,
Mm-hmm.
then a low straight,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's if you get all evens, or if you get all odds, and then it's 2 of a kind.
Meg
Then it's
is
nothing, it's
indeed
just like
my
that.
wife.
Okay, but now we put in a second amount because you can up the ante, and you get 1 more card.
Oh.
No, but wait.
What?
You can put in more money, and then I deal you a different card. You get to give some cards back, a card back, and I deal you another card.
Should I? Caleb, do you have any more?
Because you saved my life yesterday, you may have 1 more silver piece.
1 more silver. Okay, I'll keep it low too, because you're only doing the 1, so I only put in 1 silver too.
So it's a 4 silver pot currently.
Yes.
So-
And now give 1 of your dice back, whichever one you don't want, and roll it again.
So you get to re-roll.
Okay, got it.
Okay,
And you get to re-roll 1 as well.
I don't want to reroll any.
Okay.
Okay, now you show what you got, and we'll see who wins.
I got a pair of 4s.
I got 3 5s. So I think
I draw
all
my
this-
short sword.
I
Don't take my
immediately
money.
grapple him.
Make an athletics check. You make an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics.
Yep.
24.
Whoa.
Oh, 14.
Whoa.
So the female goblin draws a short sword. You reach out to grab, and she slips out of your grasp and is now holding the blade at the edge of the table.
You're cheating. Somehow you're cheating.
Not. That's fine. That's fine. She won the 2 silver. My 2 silver pieces. We'll just leave it at that. We don't.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. She's very jumpy
I'm sorry.
sometimes.
I'm sorry.
You can understand. You know, we have been living in the woods for a long time. Every time we come near any place like this, we're attacked, jumped, followed. So I apologize
I
on
was
behalf
stupid.
of my
I'm
friend.
sorry. I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Just don't do it again.
Yeah,
But I'm sorry I took all this money from your friend.
That's making it worse. So
Oh,
just
Maybe
take the
okay.
2.
you could give some of it back.
Why though? But I want it.
Your Laura is showing.
Tell you what, I'll give you none of it back. I can't. That's no. Okay,
No,
here's
I
1
ins-
silver
I
back.
insist.
No,
I
he's
insist.
right.
Okay,
right,
but
he's right.
I
You should
insist
take it.
all the
No,
way
I
back.
insist.
And
I
then
He's right. You should
all right,
take it.
fine. It's mine. Thank you. Yay.
I need another drink.
A round of trusts for both our tables, please.
See, isn't that the most fun?
It's fun.
Yorda looks over and goes, any preference of family?
Not Buchbaum. Correct?
On brand it is.
I'm impressed that you stuck to taking a guy's money in a training game.
Right?
That's
Yeah.
Oh wait, is that bad?
Well, you know.
Oh. Well,
Training
I only
game.
learned like last night, you guys.
What is a training game?
just meaning when she was teaching. her
People
the-
took
her the
my
game.
money when I was learning.
It's fine. It's water under the bridge. It's fine. It's all right.
Another round is brought to your table.
Now I feel
You guys
bad.
can share a solemn post-game drink amongst
You
yourselves.
can feel slightly worse. There's a drink on me.
Oh, jeez, now I'm definitely giving you your 2 silver back. Don't worry about it, man.
She's just a couple of wild and crazy guys.
Yes. Have my baked goods come out yet?
They have.
Okay.
Your meal's been presented for a while now. You've had the opportunity to eat most of your meal. That is actually. That's the power of imagination, Sam. That wasn't there a second ago.
Bangarang! Right there for you.
So you all finish your independent meals and you can decide to continue your conversations or go about your business for the day.
I just want to go to the carnival.
That's later tonight, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you have no other business, you can wait until dusk.
Well, there's that board on the wall. Has anything new been posted on the board?
Yeah.
Yeah, you go ahead and take a look at it. There is one sheet that pertains to somebody in the Hills Ward looking for folks to go ahead and do an extermination run near the southern portion of the Ustalok. It looks like there's what looks to be a vole infestation.
Fuck is a vole?
It's like a small rat.
Just a rodent that digs.
Should we do it?
I think we have to go kill rats or rodents of your regular.
Doesn't sound interesting to me at all.
What else is there?
Currently, it looks like there was another sheet that looks like most of it's been torn off. The rest of the board is pretty empty at the moment.
DM, did I tear that? I can't remember.
You did, yes.
I can see, I can't remember.
It was wasn't it a delivery thing?
Yeah, that was what it was.
Oh, that's so funny.
To help.
I have a lot of family in
move
Iowa
and load
66.
crates at one of the local breweries.
We've done that. It sucked so much.
Yeah.
You did that?
Well, by mistake.
We played D&D and we moved crates for 8 hours.
We did. Yeah.
Welcome to level 2.
We said no to that job. Thank you.
Well, we get bored pretty easily.
Yeah.
We did, however, then gamble with the other workers, and then Jester.
More money.
Yeah.
Well, I lost
Yeah.
it, but he made so much.
We have a lot of money. Yeah.
Maybe not out loud say that, you know, just a thought.
Oh, that's right. We probably shouldn't. We didn't make any money.
Do you guys want company? Do you want us to come and hang out with you today?
I don't know about that. That sounds risky. I don't know.
Do you know something?
Yeah. What?
I shockingly think that's not a bad idea.
To have these weirdos with us.
I can hear you.
Yesterday was a very bad day.
Yes.
And
Well, I suppose if we surrounded ourselves with weirdos, then maybe it would take some of the heat off of me.
well, yes, bottom line, can you hang with the goblin?
Bottom line, and I touch Not's shoulder, and I cast Blessing of the Trickster.
Oh, Jesus. She's
Okay.
gonna kill me right now. Any magic kills a goblin instantly? Yeah, instantly.
That would be the worst. The worst character choice ever.
We will mourn her.
All right.
Truth.
Perfect. All right. Yeah. Okay. So there's a slight sense of kind of warmth that emanates from under her hand, and for a moment you look over and glance instinctively, ready to almost draw your sword again, but it seems to quicken your reflexes. You have this kind of surge of adrenaline that doesn't quite fade
You have advantage on all your stealth checks.
for the next hour.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with goblins, but you guys aren't any sort of trouble, are you? No one's after you?
Because she is like all kinds of trouble.
No one is after me.
Can I make an insight check?
You may.
That's amazing. 13.
13.
Do I roll?
If you want to go ahead and try and lie, then make a roll.
That's a 14, except -3 to performance.
Weird.
I've been waiting for this for so long.
So
Feels
that's an
bad.
11.
So, are you lying?
I am lying. I am definitely on the run from someone.
Yeah.
Good to know.
It's so.
What's this?
The mask. Oh, I'm just fascinated by the mask. Looks well made. Did you make it?
That's a good fucking question. Did I make this? I don't make things.
No, I presume, and we discussed this a little bit, we presume it may have been scavenged from a porcelain doll.
Oh, that's cool
neato.
and gross.
Yeah.
Cool and
It's
gross.
like, what's her name? What's her name? The creepy doll?
Yeah,
Add it.
Annabelle.
Annabelle.
Oh yeah!
Oh my gosh, you're in San Diego.
With you with
We have a lot of family in San Diego as well. A lot more
Running with
family.
that
Check your
now.
Twitter.
And it's there.
It seems we have all day. What were your plans?
Not much. We were going to sample the trusts, the different trusts, and I wanted to maybe do some book browsing. Nothing major.
Brewery tour!
It's an ale.
It's ale.
We just can't go
what
by
they
the
do here.
bombok.
Yeah.
Well,
What
there's,
happened with the bomb?
there's two others to choose from here.
Yeah.
They're who we loaded crates for. And
They're
then we kind of swindled their
who we sort of
employees.
stole.
Didn't leave on the best of terms.
No.
Which one is the DM? The
Yes.
one that everybody knows is got the blessing of Frida Lange and the.
Is that the Von Brandt?
No, that is actually the Bambach.
Shit.
Yeah. Yeah, the Starosta is kind of tied with the Bambach
Right,
family.
right.
Right.
We're
That's
imaginary
the-
beer snobs.
That's
now.
the one you need?
Those are the
need-
people
no,
that we've
I'm just
become.
saying the one that you swindled
the
is
end
like
time.
got the blessing of the big cheese here.
Oh. Well, why do you need it?
We don't need it. It's just pleasurable to have a trust, is what they say. But she kind of needs it.
I
But
need it a little bit.
You need beer?
Calms. Well, I prefer the harder stuff, but I'll take what I can get at this point.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sticking with this fucking accent for the next 2 years.
Laryngitis every Friday.
Oh my god. That's so great. All right.
So beer tour then circus.
But I got to say, I just, I missed those two people we ran into for the carnival.
I might just
Well,
wait for the carnival.
if we
actually.
just, montage through a beer tour, we'll quickly get to them at the circus.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. To the carnival.
We can totally do that.
can't we just
Yeah.
bring my book browsing down to like a single roll to see if anything of use?
Yeah, we can do that.
happens?
We'll say if you guys decide to go ahead and travel, the 5 of you, you make your way through the town for the day.
Okay.
you,
That's going to be it for me. We did 3 mock-ups tonight. Those will go out to cover artists pending approval from the actual authors of those stories, which is pretty cool. And we'll have some new covers to show off soon. Ugh. That'll be it for me. How long did we go? Hour 45, not too bad. I'm going to stream some games on my game channel in a minute. Feel free to pop on over there if you'd like to. Always a good time playing Dragon Age Origins. And yeah. Good night, everybody. Thanks for coming by and hanging out. Good to see you. Catch you next time. Bye.